All right, gentlemen. Free your mind.
I'd like to freeze something.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at instances when an actor wasn't on screen for long, but they showed a lot of themselves. To our YouTube overlords looming over that demonetize button, we'll try to keep things PG. Well, an 80s PG.
Nothing official. Just a little token of my appreciation.
Number 10, Marlon Ackerman. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Hitching a ride with Freak Show, played by an unrecognisable Christopher Maloney, our titular duo is introduced to Marlon Ackerman as his wife, Leanne.
Oh, hi boys.
To say that Leanne is out of his league is more apparent than Freak Show's boils. Nevertheless, Leanne loves Freak Show, making it all the more jarring when she inquires about a threesome, which her husband is seemingly okay with.
You assume we don't know how to have a good time?
Unbuttoning her shirt, Leanne shows some good old hospitality. Things turn violent once Freak Show walks in, although sex is put back on the table when he suggests a foursome, sending the boys running.
Let's roll here. How about a foursome?
Reflecting on her performance almost 2 decades later, Ackerman says, "I still get the occasional fan, and knowing that they've seen me in the movie, I always feel myself blushing." Number 9, JoBeth Williams, Kramer vs. Kramer. Meryl Streep won her first Oscar for playing Joanna Kramer, a woman who runs out on her husband and son. Before auditioning for this role, Streep was originally cast as Phyllis, a co-worker who has a one-night stand with Dustin Hoffman's Ted. This small role ultimately went to JoBeth Williams, who wore nothing but a pair of glasses for her big scene.
That's a closet. The bathroom's over there.
Crawling out of the bed in the morning, Phyllis accidentally crosses paths with Ted's son Billy.
Hi.
As Phyllis attempts to cover herself, Billy has a few questions, although not the ones you'd expect.
Do you like fried chicken?
Williams feared her nudity would traumatize child star Justin Henry, having visions of him spending the rest of his life in therapy. Thankfully, Billy's casual reaction mirrored Henry's in real life.
Kramer, I just met your son.
Number 8, Priscilla Barnes, Mallrats. Priscilla Barnes posed nude for Penthouse before breaking out in the final seasons of Three's Company. For Kevin Smith fans though, she's best recognised as Miss Ivana from Mallrats. Seeking relationship advice, Brody takes TS to see a topless fortune teller. The guys get more than what they paid for. Ivana doesn't possess a third eye, although she does have a third nipple, or so it seems. As Brody attempts to look away, TS is more drawn to Ivana's mind, as she proves surprisingly insightful. He doesn't even notice the third nipple, which we later learn is fake and edible.
What are you talking about?
We're a little bummed the nipple wasn't the source of her powers, but you know what they say. Two's company, three's a crowd. Number 7, Nina Hartley, Boogie Nights. Given the subject matter, it's only fitting that Boogie Nights would enlist a few actors from the adult film world. Discussing why Paul Thomas Anderson cast her, Nina Hartley said, "He knew that as an adult performer, nudity is my uniform, and so he wouldn't have to coddle me." Hartley has a brief but essential role as Little Bill's wife, played by William H. Macy. Bill repeatedly walks in on his wife committing adultery. Although their relationship is darkly humorous, our hearts break for Bill, as his wife callously treats him like nothing.
Go sleep on the couch.
Everyone underestimates how much Bill is hurting, eventually being pushed over the edge. This marks the beginning of a dark age for our characters as the carefree 70s come to a close. Number 6, Tyler Nilsson, Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Story.
What's for breakfast? Hi, I'm Dewey Cox. In my house, it's Cox sausages.
Talking with his wife over the phone, musician Dewey Cox finds himself surrounded by others in the natural state.
Well, the tour's going real great, baby. We're having a real nice time.
Among them is a roadie named Bert, who we initially only see from the waist down. Bert asks Dewey if he'd like some coffee, although they don't have this conversation face to face.
Who's that?
Oh, that's just Bert. My roadie just wants to know if I want any coffee.
According to co-producer / co-writer Judd Apatow, Bert was played by Tyler Nilsson, who has since gone on to direct films like The Peanut Butter Falcon.
No.
Gentlemen.
Before that indie darling, Nilsson's appearance in Walk Hard was perhaps his greatest contribution to cinema.
I don't know. I'm talking to my wife, Bert.
The DVD even dedicated a special feature to him entitled Tyler Nilsson, a Cockumentary. We guess Nilsson puts the Cox in Dewey Cox. Seriously? Somebody got paid to write that last line. Number 5, Jenna Jameson, Private Parts. Howard Stern plays himself in this autobiographical film about how he became New York's most controversial radio personality. On the road to receiving his reputation, Stern conducts a live interview with a nude woman named Mandy.
Oh, look at this, Robin. This is unbelievable. Oh, the underpants are coming off.
Although Mandy only had a handful of lines, casting proved challenging with the filmmakers seeing dozens of women. Yet only one was right for the role, Jenna Jameson, an adult film actress who recently won several top newcomer awards. She was also a frequent guest on Stern's radio show.
So what made you come up?
I wanted to meet Howard.
Jameson's full frontal appearance here played a prominent part in her ascension to adult film royalty. She had no problem doing retakes, although the PAs kept trying to give her a robe. Jameson thinks they were more uncomfortable than her. Number 4, Stormy Daniels, the 40-year-old virgin. Before getting entangled in the former president's legal affairs, Stormy Daniels made a couple of cameos in Judd Apatow's productions. Their first collaboration was in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, as Andy tries to, practice with the tapes that David loans him.
It's nothing official, just a little token of my appreciation.
In the film's unrated version, we see even more of Daniels, as Andy's sexual fantasies fall flat.
Okay, new tape.
When considering who to cast for this role, Apatow didn't want to make any actresses feel uncomfortable, so someone from the adult film world seemed like their best bet. Daniels, who had already made a name for herself, answered the call.
Stormy Daniels is in she's in both Knocked Up and The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Her IMDb is really varied.
Daniels returned to play a lap dancer in Knocked Up, and a photo of her as Red's wife can even be spotted in Pineapple Express. Number 3, John Cena, Trainwreck. For our money, Trainwreck marked John Cena's transition from wrestler to movie star, even if it was just an extended cameo.
He's hot, right?
In that short time, Cena demonstrated how far he's willing to go for his craft. In bed with Amy Schumer's character, Cena's Steven kills the mood with his misguided dirty talk. While Steven is ultimately satisfied, Amy is just left confused. The scene was loosely based on Schumer's real-life experience with a guy who was way too athletic.
Me, my CrossFit queen. That's my dream.
Cena revealed the full extent of his athleticism, showing more than just his chest. Although Cena was almost entirely naked, a prop was used to emphasize a certain region of his body. After that, streaking at the Oscars sounds like a breeze. Number 2, Leah Beldum, The Shining. Swiss model Leah Beldum auditioned to play an extra in the Overlook Hotel's ballroom. Noticing the nude photos in her portfolio, the casting directors gave her a more substantial role. Entering room 237, Jack Torrance finds a bathing beauty. Jack locks lips with the glamorous ghost, but the film's most sensual scene quickly escalates into the scariest. Instead of Beldum, a disturbed Jack pulls away to discover a rotting woman, played by Billy Gibson. Despite her limited screen time, Beldum was on set for a week, kissing Jack Nicholson roughly 5 times per day. Between takes, a woman helped Beldum dry off and robe. This wasn't as repetitive as putting on Gibson's grotesque makeup, which took an estimated 5 hours per day. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Susan Baccalini, Jaws. Susan Baccalini started her Hollywood career as a stunt woman and extra. She'd make her acting debut as Chrissy Watkins, better known as the first victim in Jaws.
Where are we going?
Swimming!
Sending a nude photo of herself to the Jaws crew, Baccalini established that she wasn't afraid to show skin. She was also a good swimmer and could handle the dangerous stunt, which required her to be pulled back and forth in the water. Baccalini's convincing performance had everyone afraid to go back in the water, especially without a swimsuit on. Where this opening scene left audiences screaming, Baccalini's cameo in Steven Spielberg's 1941 had audiences laughing. Instead of getting yanked underwater, a submarine pulls Baccalini's skinny-dipping character above. In both films, Baccalini arguably had the most memorable moment. Which nude cameo did you pause the longest? Let us know in the comments.
Stop laughing. Can you please stop laughing?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.